Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about Green Lantern Corps Edge of Oblivion, issue number 2. That's right, guys, written by Tom Taylor, and the artwork is done by Ethan Van Sciver. The artwork in this book is absolutely gorgeous. You can just tell by the cover art, it looks really nice. And as you get to see the Green Lantern Corps do their things in this issue, the artwork and the actual colors really shine. Here we get to see John Stewart on here, commanding the Green Lantern Corps. We get to see the different Corps members in here. They're always really nice to look at as well. And it's just a beautiful looking book. I just love how the colors really pop in this book. It really shines. And you know, again, I love the different types of members. And once again, we get to see that Onion Green Lantern guy. So I thought it was really cool. But what was this issue about? So let's recap it and let me talk about it as we go along. So first off, in this issue, we found out that our Green Lantern Corps members are defending this last planet, and they decided to take them along to try to get back into the current time, into their current universe. Well, by the time we got to the end of the last issue, we wound up seeing that Muck got killed, and now we find out that the Green Lantern Corps members found out that Muck got killed as well. Well, what Green Lantern book is not complete with Guy Gardner just acting way out of control and getting pissed off. And he definitely does, because he blames Kilowog for the death. Guy is just sitting there going, you know what? If we never helped these people to begin with, this wouldn't have happened. And now this is on you, Kilowog. And Kilowog was just kind of pissed off and goes to the defenders of this planet, the people that they went to go help. And he sits there and he goes, okay, well, what's the story here? So we find out that there's an enemy within this planet, and it kind of divides the planet. One planet follows this person, which her name is Marnell, and you get to see her in the issue as well as they're telling the story. And then the other planet is kind of on their own, but it would act if it's a civil war if they acted against them. So what happens in this issue is that there is a void that opens up in the universe. So now this void is getting ready to consume this planet, and the planet's natural engines kick on, and it tries to fly away from this void. Mogo flies away from the void as well because it can. And so what happens now is we get to see this Marnell character go into play, and she wants to attack. Destroy the planet right there and then. And so what happens is she sends the followers, she takes out the engines, and what happens now is the planet can't flee from the void. So now we see the Corps. They have to work together to try to get the engines working again. So now in the issue, this is where you really see the powers come into play of the Green Lantern Corps. And this is what I love about the Green Lantern Corps members, because you have to have complete focus and complete control over your rings to create this type of constructs to get these planets' engines moving again. So you got to think of all the intricacy parts and all those things to make that work. And I thought that was really neat. And in the meantime, though, we get to see the other members trying to have this, they're trying to plug up the void with their rings. Well, we wind up seeing that the one of the enemies shoots one of the Guardians, and they were protecting Arissa and Badej, and then what happens is they get lost in the whole void. They get sucked away. And that's the last we see of them. And Guy Gardner's expression is priceless in this. And this is where Van Sciver's artwork just really shines here and just shows the expressions on his face. And he is just pissed. He can't believe what he just saw. And Kilowog just sits there and goes, they're gone. There's nothing you can do for them. And then at the very end of this book, we just see, boom, a big crack in the face. Because, once again, if it wasn't for Kilowog, none of this stuff would have happened. But It's happened. So, and now Guy Gardner is pissed. So, what did I think about this actual issue? I really liked it. I thought it was really enjoyable. However, I thought the pacing was a little bit fast. We went into the whole introductory issue of, them getting the core members, and we wound up seeing, them getting into this planet, and then we wound up seeing Muck Muck get killed, and then the next thing we wind up finding out is like, okay, what's the scoop here, bub? And so we get the scoop, and just as they introduced this character, this void happened, the main character put their plot into place, and then right away it was just action, 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 and it was like right into your face. So I think that the pacing's just a little bit off in this book. I get where they were going because they had to react quickly to the situation, but very little time did the reader have to digest who this main antagonist was. And that's what kind of bothered me about it, because I had to kind of go back and back read it and find out a little bit more, reread about this character, and get an understanding of her and try to find out what her motive is to destroy these Guardians and this, to destroy the planet as well, especially since it's the last planet. So I'm sure as we get to see more of this story develop, we'll find out more about the character. But nevertheless, it was a solid book, and I really enjoyed it. So I gave this one a 4.25 out of 5 stars. That was my only gripe about it, really, was the pacing. And I'm not too sure about the main enemy here. There's got to be something for me to care about this main enemy. That's what makes a book really good, in my opinion. And so we'll find out what happens. So, guys, leave me in the comments below what you thought of Green Lantern Corps Edge of Oblivion issue number 2. And until the next comic book review, fans, check out my other channel, Comic Book Corner Old School, and check out Comic Frontline, my group channel. And fans, until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, fans. Bye.